Senator Craig Blair championed the largest tax cut in the history of our state. Craig Blair, a strong conservative leader. Promises made, promises kept. This election, vote for Republican Craig Blair for state senate. Paid for by the committee to re-elect Craig Blair.
Ollie's VIP Northside at 36 Veronica Drive, Martinsburg is your favorite place to have a great meal, a good time, and to catch all the games. Join us Mondays for 75-cent wings and follow your favorite team from the bar on our 17 TVs located all throughout the bar or from the outdoor fire pit. Ollie's has great food and drink menus and features specials for every day of the week, including Saturdays when you can get a 16-ounce ribeye steak grilled the way you want it for just $24.95. That's Ollie's VIP Northside at 36 Veronica Drive, Martinsburg. We'll see you for the game.
WVU Medicine Jefferson Medical Center is proud to announce that our total hip and knee replacement surgery programs recently earned the Joint Commission's Gold Seal of Approval. Achieving this prestigious Joint Commission certification distinguishes Jefferson Medical Center for the excellent care our orthopedic team provides at every stage from pre-admission to acute hospital stay and discharge. It also demonstrates Jefferson Medical Center's ongoing commitment to improving patient care. WVU Medicine, leading healthcare here and everywhere.
You have auto insurance because, let's face it, stuff happens. And then you feel punished with a rate hike after filing a claim? Erie Rate Lock changes all that. With Rate Lock from Erie Insurance, your low rate stays great until you change cars, drivers, or your address. Your Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com or call 304-263-3361.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage. It's not available in all states.
Nothing goes better with football than chicken. From Pee-wee to the big boys to the wing T formation. A hearty meal of 12 pieces for $12 is just what the boys need to be at their best. Oh my, fumbling, bumbling, stumbling.
Omaha!
Rock's 12 pieces of chicken, just $12.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
Finally, West Virginia is moving in the right direction. As your West Virginia Senate President, Craig Blair has passed the most conservative legislative agenda in the nation.
We are the Skinner Brothers. Most folks only need a lawyer once or twice in their lives. And when they're injured or in an accident, most people don't know what to do. We get it. It can be overwhelming.
Nobody likes to be told, you need a lawyer. But that's why we're here. We want to get you back to your normal life and help you recover.
So if you or a loved one has been in an accident, give us a call. Let us figure out how we can get you compensation.
Reach us at SkinnerWins.com or Google Skinner Lawyers. We'll treat you like family.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is Prevent, Promote, Protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
The following sports broadcast is a special presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. It's time for the excitement of West Virginia high school basketball. Today's high school basketball broadcast is being brought to you by
Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Rocks, the Dutch Miller Auto Group, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, the Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, Brown's Funeral Homes and Cremations, CMA Honda, Craig Blair for State Senate, Orsini's Home Store, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Berkeley County Health Department, Hagerstown Ford, Smallwood and Small Insurance, Modern Realty Results, Ollie's, the Palace Lounge, Bechtel Jewelers, Cody's Auto Body, WVU Medicine, Gary Kelly Allstate Insurance, and the Mountaineer Grill and Pub.
And now, let's go courtside and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team with today's pregame show.
Good evening inside the Martinsburg Fieldhouse for West Virginia High School girls basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 as we welcome you to the countdown to tip-off brought to you by Parsons Ford, 1400 Shepherdstown Road, and online at parsonsford.com. They became number one by making you number one first. Parsons. Colin McLaughlin here alongside me is Nick Verzolini being color commentary / cameraman tonight. Back at the studio is Dylan Bishop. It is the Martinsburg Bulldogs taking on the Petersburg Vikings. JV action currently going on. A close one, 29-28 here. Martinsburg up by one with 40 seconds left in the JV game, so do our best on TV to kind of let you guys watch that while we have pregame coverage for varsity.
I'm trying to figure out why Martinsburg's shooting threes up by one with 39 seconds left.
Still learning experience at the JV.
Well, they just called a timeout, so.
Well, Petersburg did, I believe.
Well, I'm saying before that.
That is true. As we take a look here, Petersburg on the varsity side, 2-2 on the year. 2 wins to start the season. They've dropped 2, one to Williamstown most recently, and then the other 3-point loss to their section rival, Moorfield. And for Martinsburg, it's the second game of the year. They are 0-1 after losing to Allegheny earlier this week. Last year, the Bulldogs 9-13, made it to that regional final that we had. Nick had a lead against Washington, but for them, just down the stretch, couldn't get anything going. Had some foul trouble and allowed the Patriots at home to storm back and end the Bulldog season.
Yeah, but it was a really good season considering they won 1 game 2 years ago. To win 9 games last year was a huge improvement. And to make it as far as they did in the postseason, I think showed the potential of this program with head coach Ronnie Fitzpatrick here moving forward. They needed a new energy, and I thought he really brought that to the program last year, and he continues now in year 2. So they have some returning players. They should be in the mix here in the EPAC with Spring Mills losing pretty much everybody. They're off to a slow start at 0-5. Hedgesville looks pretty good right now, hasn't really had a challenge yet. Washington's had some tough losses against some good competition. So things look pretty open, just to go over just a few of the teams. Jefferson, I believe, has gotten off to a little bit of a slow start.
Musselman's gotten off to a good start.
Musselman's had a good start and then had some shaky games against some tough in-state opponents, so they've been up and down kind of. But But I think things look, pretty open right now. I think this Martinsburg team with Cadence Bradley just leading the way, Serenity Ritchie, Addie Strovel. I mean, that's a lot of height. 3 girls over 6 foot. You don't see that a ton. Bradley standing at 6'6". She should be the most dominant player in the EPAC this year. So, I think they have a chance to be really good. But we'll see where this team goes. They have a lot of other returning players as well. Looks like JV is going to get a win. And
putting the exclamation point on the win with a last-second layup. So something that at home gets the crowd going that hopefully carries over for varsity. But I'll let you finish your point, Nick.
Yeah, I mean, they got Santa Maria coming back, Gideon coming back. So there seems to be a lot of depth on this team and a lot of talented players returning. So I think they have a chance to be one of the better teams in the EPAC this year. But we'll see if they can make that jump from 1 win to 9 wins, where they go from here.
Yeah, you mentioned a lot of returners and mentioned a few of the 5 seniors that they have. So one of the more experienced programs in the Eastern Panhandle. A lot of young teams this year that you'll see. But this is our first girls basketball game that we get to cover, so it'll be fun to see how they look against Petersburg, who, yes, have a few more games under their belt, but a smaller school from the state, only a AA school compared to 4A for Martinsburg. With it being basketball, they've went to 4 classifications. Everybody expecting that the rest of the sports will do the same here in the next school calendar year as Martinsburg takes the court first. But exciting to see how things go for the Bulldogs as they kind of got to get used to getting back out on the floor as a team, it looks like.
Yeah, they're 0-1. We've only had 1 game so far, but they're returning home here to play in front of the home crowd. The band's out, so it should be a decent atmosphere, you would think, for Martinsburg girls basketball. On the other side, it's a Petersburg team that doesn't have a huge varsity roster, smaller school. They've had some success this year, being 2-2. I'm not certain how they'll match up against Martinsburg, but I think with the fact that they've won a few games already this year, clearly have some talent. So I think it should be a decent matchup. If JV's in any indication, you would think it will be pretty competitive. But as you can see, only, 8 girls?
9, I believe, unless there was somebody else that didn't dress or I miscounted looking down at the scorecard.
I'm only seeing 8 warming up, so, pretty small roster, right? So we'll see how that plays here for Petersburg.
And those 2 wins that you mentioned coming against Berkeley Springs to start off the year, and then East Hardy's their other one as well. We'll step aside, take a 2-minute break as warm-ups get started here at the Martinsburg Fieldhouse as we continue the Parsons Ford countdown to tip-off. On the other side of this break, you're tuned into West Virginia High School girls basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer!
The Mountaineer Pub offers many daily specials, including Trivia Night Mondays, Karaoke Tuesdays, Steak Night Wednesdays and Sundays, Boneless Swing Night Thursdays, and DJ and/or karaoke, again Fridays and Saturdays. And remember, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Mondays through Fridays is happy hour with $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Pub!
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Finally, West Virginia is moving in the right direction. As your West Virginia Senate President, Craig Blair has passed the most conservative legislative agenda in the nation. He has fought for our values like banning elective abortions, protecting our Second Amendment rights, and prevented boys from playing in girls' sports. Senator Craig Blair championed the largest tax cut in the history of our state. Craig Blair, a strong conservative leader. Promises made, promises kept. This election, vote for Republican Craig Blair for State Senate. Paid for by the Committee to Re-elect Craig Blair.
Welcome you back here to the countdown to tip-off on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10, brought to you by Parsons Ford as we get you set for West Virginia High School girls basketball varsity action between the Petersburg Vikings and the Martinsburg Bulldogs. We'll now get our coaches' interviews brought to you by Rock's Local Markets with convenient locations around the Eastern Panhandle. Fast, fresh, friendly Rocks. We'll start off with the head coach of the Vikings, John Webster, followed by Ronnie Fitzpatrick of the Bulldogs. Now joined by the head coach of the Petersburg Lady Vikings, John Webster. Coach Webster, your team off to a 2-2 start. How's it been so far?
Well, we got off to a nice start with a couple wins over Berkeley Springs and East Hardy, and followed that up with a loss against our sectional rival Moorfield in a close game. Felt really good about the way that game started and just weren't able to finish that game, and that's kind of been the story as of late, is not being able to finish. We had a nice start at Williamstown last weekend as well, but second half weren't able to execute things quite as well as we wanted to and weren't able to come away with a win.
What do you feel like through the 4 games are some of your guys' strengths, and what are some things that you guys are still trying to tweak early on in the year?
Well, there are times where I would tell you that we shoot the ball really well, and there's times where it seems like we struggle to put it in the basket. So it's a matter of, can we find some consistency in the way we shoot the basketball? When we play fast, we play better, but we need to do a better job of taking care of the ball as well, because the turnovers have been a big part of the reason that we've struggled at times this year.
Who are some of your players that really have taken maybe a leadership role so far for this season?
So all 3 seniors have stepped up. Wetzel, Alt, and Kolaw have all 3 taken kind of different roles of leadership, and it's really encouraging to see the way they've kind of taken some of these freshmen and sophomores under their wing and built positive relationships with them. So we have a really good cohesive unit with our varsity and our JV program. So now it's a matter of can we keep growing as leaders and pull things together on the court so that things get tough, we keep fighting, and hopefully we can get the outcome that we're looking for.
Tonight you guys take on Martinsburg. It's their season opener. What does it help for you guys to get to play a bigger school?
Well, with basketball in West Virginia, you know, it's all about preparing yourself for the postseason. Everybody makes the postseason, so try to expose ourselves to a variety of different teams, prepare ourselves for postseason play, and so we know we're going to get to see some size and some kids that can really shoot the ball tonight. We know they got some athleticism as well, so it's something that we know is going to help us out long term to help see what are the areas that we really want to improve on. Are we improving in the areas that we're trying to, and just give us a feel for some different looks that we could see at the end of the year.
What are some things that you hope to see your team execute tonight to potentially get the win?
Well, we've worked a lot lately with trying to take care of the basketball, and I think if we do that, that's going to be a huge part for us. I think we're a little careless with it at times. And the other aspect, too, is we know we're small with most of the teams we play against, and we're not necessarily expecting to win the rebounding battle, but if we can keep it close and then take care of the basketball when we do get it, we feel like we're going to give ourselves a pretty good chance to win.
All right, Coach Webster, anything else?
Looking forward for a good competitive game tonight. I know this is only going to be their second game, but seeing a little bit on them talk to their coach, I know they have high hopes for the season, so we're really expecting a tough-fought game tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Good luck.
Thank you.
Now joined by the head coach of the Martinsburg Lady Bulldogs, Ronnie Fitzpatrick. Coach Fitzpatrick, first game here at home. You guys lost against Allegheny on Monday. Tell us a little bit about that one.
Yeah, so it was a really good game all the way around. We started off slow. We dug ourselves a hole, and it was tough for us to get out of the hole. That was our first game on the court there, fifth. So I think that kind of affected us a little bit. But we're here to bounce back today, so we're moving forward.
Even in that loss, what were some things that you liked and hope that your team kind of brings to this game?
So the adversity, the fouling situation, we were in a lot of foul trouble, but we faced that adversity. We didn't back down. I feel like last year's team in that same adversity, that game might be a 20-point loss, but we stayed aggressive. We were right there. When you look at the rebound battle, we won the rebound battle by 3 boards. So it was a good game for us. Just we got to stay under control defensively and not foul.
You guys have a lot of returners for this year's team. What, I guess, with that adds to the excitement of it all?
Well, just that we're all together again. It's our second year together. A lot of these girls are upperclassmen. They're looking to prove themselves throughout the state, and we're just trying to put our mark. So excited about it. Excited the opportunity we have in front of us.
You guys take on Petersburg tonight. For them, it will be their 5th game as well. They're 2-2. What have you seen from the film that you've gotten to watch from them?
Yeah, Petersburg is a well-coached team. Always very scrappy. They might be undersized, but their heart is big. They play extremely scrappy. I've seen them throughout the years, so they're going to be well-prepared. They're going to come in here. They're not going to back down. I've watched them against a ton of opponents. They put some full-court pressure on, and they switch up their defenses, and they can shoot. So it should be a good ballgame.
And then on your end, what are you guys hoping to execute tonight to pull off the victory?
A win. Always, but most importantly, just execute on offense, be patient, face the adversity, look to be complex on defense like we've been trying to do, and we should get what we want.
What do you feel like early on that you want this team's identity to be on the floor?
Defense and rebounds. We're normally one of the bigger teams, and we've got to move our feet and play defense and control the boards. That gives us a good opportunity to win.
You mentioned you're typically one of the bigger teams on the floor, and with that would come the defense and the rebounding, obviously. But how do you, I guess, get that to transition over to some success on the offensive side as well?
Well, just to kind of get them to understand that their size doesn't mean rebound. There's some of the greatest rebounders are undersized players. So it's your heart, it's your effort, it's you boxing out, it's using your fundamentals. So it'll be important for us to execute in that aspect of the game. Make sure that we put a body on somebody after shots. Make sure that we're crashing the offensive boards, and just be smart.
Anything else, Coach?
No, that's all. Exciting.
All right, appreciate it. Good luck.
Thanks for being here.
That was our coaches' interviews here with John Webster of Petersburg and Ronnie Fitzpatrick of Martinsburg. Again, our coaches' interviews brought to you by Rock's Local Markets with convenient locations around the Eastern Panhandle. Fast, fresh, friendly Rock's. We'll step aside, take a 2-minute break here on the Parsons Ford Countdown to tip-off, and then we'll be back as we get you set for Petersburg against Martinsburg. This is West Virginia High School girls basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Ollie's VIP North Side is the best spot to catch all your favorite teams. Join us Monday for dollar wings and Monday Night Football, Thursdays on the patio for the cornhole tourney, Friday night lights with happy hour specials, or Saturdays during or after the college games for steak night. Get a ribeye or New York steak for just $26.95. Ollie's has great food and drink menus too, along with 17 TVs to watch any game of your choice from anywhere at the bar or their outdoor patio and fire pit. So stop by and see for yourself today at 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. That's Ollie's VIP North Side. We'll see you for the game.
Look and feel your best this year. WVU Medicine Plastic, Cosmetic, and Reconstructive Surgery Martinsburg offers a variety of procedures to enhance your appearance. Board certified by the American Society of Plastic Surgeons, Dr. Jack Gelman specializes in tummy tucks, breast augmentation and lifts, liposuction, body contouring, arm and thigh lifts, Botox, and filler injections. WVU Medicine Plastic, Cosmetic, and Reconstructive Surgery. Financing options are available. Call 304-350-3274.
Nothing goes better with football than chicken. From Pee Wee to the big boys to the wing T formation, a hearty meal of 12 pieces for $12 is just what the boys need to be at their best. Oh my, fumbling, bumbling, stumbling.
Omaha!
Rock's 12 pieces of chicken, just $12.
Welcome back to Martinsburg High School inside the field house as we get ready for West Virginia High School girls basketball action between Petersburg and Martinsburg. Colin McLaughlin here for Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Alongside me is Nick Verzolini, our color commentary, as well as cameraman, as we are still looking for cameramen. So if you're interested in running a camera for us, having a part-time job over the winter that is paid, please contact us. No experience is needed. We'll teach you everything that we know, and we just really need as much help as we possibly can get so that we can continue our coverage of high school and college hoops and other sports throughout the year. Dylan Bishop back at the studio as well. You'll hear from him at halftime and post-game with some basketball scores. But under 6 minutes until tip-off between Petersburg and Martinsburg. Nick, just watching these two teams warm up. Let's get our keys to the game, even though we're still a little bit early, as the key to your next car is at the Dunch Miller Automotive Group, home of friends and family pricing.
Well, I think for Petersburg, they got to get on the glass. I thought Coach Fitzpatrick made a great point. You know, not always are the tallest players the ones that are the best rebounders. You think about it, really, especially in NBA history, some of the best rebounders were undersized. Dennis Rodman, Charles Barkley. So it's not all about your height. It's about physicality, you know, wanting to rebound, wanting to go after the basketball. And if Petersburg, you know, boxes out and plays hard, they can make up for their height differential. While height certainly helps you on the glass, it's not the only thing that matters. So that will be obviously a key for them. I think also they look like they're a pretty good shooting team. So if they're able to knock down some shots early, kind of put some pressure on Martinsburg, I think we could be in for a pretty competitive game. On the Martinsburg side, I think, I think get within your game, use your size to your advantage, feed Cadence Bradley down low, you know, get her the basketball, let her go to work, and continue to develop as a post-oriented team, because that really is the strength of this team on paper. They have some good guard play, I think, that could take the next step, but just looking at their roster and their height, that gives them a big advantage. So make it be an advantage. Get your post players involved and let them go to work against kind of an undersized Petersburg team, but also, you know, defend the perimeter and keep them off their game from the outside, because they look like they're pretty good shooters, and I think that's one way they could stay in this game on the Petersburg side is their ability to shoot the basketball.
I agree with you there. Looking at our offense so far this year through the 4 games, they average 49.5 points per game, so pretty solid comparatively for Martinsburg. Don't know the final score of the game against Allegheny, but did the math on the team last year in that 9-13 season. Martinsburg only averaged 43.4 points per game, so we expect them to take a jump. We expect them to perform better against a smaller school, but as you said, this team definitely looks like they can shoot the ball, and if they stay hot like they are here in warm-ups in the game, we might have a good one on our hands, and that's what you always hope whenever we have basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. We'll step aside and take another 2-minute break, and then we'll get you the starting lineups. This is West Virginia High School girls basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from? from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
Finally, West Virginia is moving in the right direction. As your West Virginia Senate President, Craig Blair has passed the most conservative legislative agenda in the nation. He has fought for our values like banning elective abortions, protecting our Second Amendment rights, and prevented boys from playing in girls' sports. Senator Craig Blair championed the largest tax cut in the history of our state. Craig Blair, a strong conservative leader. Promises made, promises kept. This election, vote for Republican Craig Blair for State Senate. Paid for by the committee to re-elect Craig Blair.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Welcome back to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse as warm-ups have concluded, and we'll get you tonight's starting lineups for the Petersburg Vikings and the Martinsburg Bulldogs as your starting lineups. Brought to you by the Mary's Group and Ameriprise Financial Advisors, John Everson and Phil McCoy. Stop by 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg or call them at 304-263-4343. First for the visiting Petersburg Vikings, 2-2 overall, coached by John Webster. Starting number 3, Miley Tingler. Number 13, Samantha Kolaw. Number 14, Nellie Wetzel. Number 15, Addison Kitzmiller. And number 24, Abby Alt. Now for the Martinsburg Bulldogs, 0-1 overall so far, coached by Ronnie Fitzpatrick in his second season as the head coach of the Bulldogs. Starting for Martinsburg, a 5'7" senior, number 14, Haley Martin. A 5'6" senior, number 20, Chloe Irving. A 5'6" sophomore, number 21, Tiana Santabria. A 6'6" senior, number 34, Cadence Bradley. Rounding out the starting five for Martinsburg, a 6' senior, number 42, Serenity Ritchie. Petersburg in the all-black uniforms on the road with the red numerals white numerals, red letters on the front, red and white stripe on the side. Martinsburg home white uniforms with the black numerals and letters outlined in orange as the starting five gets called out now for Martinsburg. We'll step aside, take a 2-minute break, and on the other side of that break, we'll be ready for opening tip-off here for tonight's high school girls basketball game. You're tuned in to Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
Finally, West Virginia is moving in the right direction. As your West Virginia Senate President, Craig Blair has passed the most conservative legislative agenda in the nation. He has fought for our values like banning elective abortions, protecting our Second Amendment rights, and prevented boys from playing in girls' sports. Senator Craig Blair championed the largest tax cut in the history of our state. Craig Blair, a strong conservative leader. Promises made, promises kept. This election, vote for Republican Craig Blair for State Senate. Paid for by the committee to re-elect Craig Blair.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Welcome back to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse as the national anthem has concluded and both teams go over to their huddles to get fired up for tonight's opening tip-off between Petersburg and Martinsburg. Opening tip-off brought to you by Skinner Accident Injury Lawyers, representing accident injury claims for over 50 years. Go to SkinnerWins.com. Again, Petersburg in the black uniforms, Martinsburg in the white, as it's Cadence Bradley getting ready for the opening tip for Martinsburg, jumping up against, looks like, Samantha Kolaw of Petersburg. Tip won by Bradley from Martinsburg, who will start off with possession. Ball over to the right side for Irving, back to Santa Maria. Santa Maria passes it back to the right side for Irving. Irving switch places with her, now passes it to the left side. Goes to Bradley, who will then give it to Martin. Martin dribbles to the top. Hands it over to the left side, passing it for Bradley. Her three-pointer from the left wing, no good. Rebounded by Petersburg, who quickly brings it up the floor now. Will slow things down to allow the rest of the team to get up the court. And a pass is intercepted by Santa Maria for Martinsburg. Irving now with it after a pass, and she's going to kick it out to Ritchie. Ritchie driving the right side, pulls up from the elbow, shot off the rim, no good. Deflected off the hand of Ritchie, and they'll say it's Petersburg ball with 7:19 to go. And now they change it, and it will be Martinsburg ball. They say it went last off Petersburg.
Yeah, Petersburg coming out here in a 3-2 zone, so Martinsburg's got to go to the zone offense. They're going to be man here on the inbound, it looks like. Now they're going to stay in the zone.
The inbound pass deflected by Tingler for Petersburg, goes out of bounds. A second ticks off the clock. It's now at 7:18 in the scoreless first quarter.
Looks like a 2-3 on the inbound here, though.
Inbound as Martin trying to find somebody, finds a wide open Irving. She'll give it down low to Bradley, who's double teamed, puts up a shot. It bounces a few times off the rim, but falls to the court. Rebounded by Ritchie. A reset, Santa Maria goes down low, and the pass to Bradley, ripped out of Bradley's hands by Wetzel. And now we have a stoppage, 7:03 left as a whistle blew. It looks like ball went out of bounds. It was out off Martinsburg. Petersburg ball, bringing it up the floor is Abby Alt. She'll now pass to the left, and now pass intercepted. Santa Maria left-handed layup, too strong off the glass, no good. Rebounded, put back, no good. Irving gets her own rebound and now is fouled with 6 minutes and 50 seconds left in the first quarter. She'll go to the free throw line to shoot two.
Santa Maria's strength is really on the defensive end, and she shows it there at the steal. Unfortunately for her, she couldn't finish the layup, but pretty good play there from the Martinsburg defense. They brought a little bit of pressure and forced Petersburg into a mistake.
Wetzel gets called with a foul, Petersburg's first team foul, as the free throw up, and it finally falls through after a few bounces off the iron, making it 1-0 Martinsburg.
And it seems like Martinsburg wants to play pretty up-tempo, similar to how Jefferson girls, they want to play up-tempo as well.
Irving's second free throw, no good, rebounded, shot up by Martin, misses, and again another Martinsburg rebound on the offensive end. Three-pointer by Ritchie, right wing, it's good. 4-0 Bulldogs.
Good ball movement, find the open girl, and Ritchie able to knock it down. After a tough offensive rebound by Martinsburg, they're staying with this press.
Have to go with the half-court trap as the ball deflected and almost picked up by Santa Maria, but she's tripped up, and they'll call a foul against Petersburg. That's the second team foul. 6 minutes, 24 seconds left in the first quarter as Tingler gets called with a foul.
Yeah, I like the pressure from Martinsburg. It's clearly causing some issues for this Petersburg Vikings team, so they'll have to maybe take a timeout next possession and make some adjustments.
Santa Maria with it at the right corner, trying to give it down low to Ritchie, but it's stolen Up the floor goes the Vikings now. A long pass into the right corner caught by Tingler. Her pass deflected. She gets the possession. Tries to hit it at the top of the key with a pass intended for Wetzel. Wetzel gets knocked down to the floor. She's slow to get up. Clock stopping with 6 minutes and 2 seconds as that's the first team foul called against Martinsburg, and it will be called against Irving.
So we mentioned in the pregame, Petersburg, now with 9 girls on that varsity roster, so I think you're right, Colin. Somebody was probably just changing a uniform or whatever the case may be, but they can't get in foul trouble or anything like that with kind of a small bench.
Alt bounce passes to the left. Kitts Miller getting it, puts up a shot, it's no good. Rebounded by Martinsburg. Serenity Ritchie gets the rebound and will bring it up the floor all by herself. She'll now pass it to the left side for Santa Brio, passes it to Irving. Irving to Ritchie. Dribbles to the corner on the right side, giving it down low to Bradley. Bradley posts up and uses that 6'6" frame of hers to put up a shot. It's good. Martinsburg now leads Petersburg 6-0 with 5.5 left in the first quarter.
Yeah, Bradley should be able to do that all night.
Petersburg, wide open three from the right side. Too hard off the back of the rim by Alt, and it will be deflected out of bounds. Last off the Vikings as Martinsburg gets the ball.
So far, Colin, it's been pretty good defense on the Martinsburg side, and they're now starting to get a little bit of offense going after some tough misses early.
It's the two things that we heard from Fitzpatrick in his pregame interview. Defense and rebounds is a wide open three from the right corner by Ritchie. Air balls rebounded by Tingler for Petersburg, who tries to quickly go up the court. It's Kolaw passing behind her for Tingler. Tingler's pass deflected. It'll be picked up in the backcourt. No violation, though, because of the deflection, as it's Alt with the ball. Alt picks up her dribble, passes it to the right elbow. It's to Kolaw. Kolaw then passes to her left for Wetzel. Wetzel giving it over now for Alt. Alt to the left side for Tingler, and now gets it back. Three-pointer by Alt off the back of the rim, no good.
It's pretty good ball movement, though, for Petersburg. Got a good look.
Santa Maria's bounce pass goes off the leg and stolen by Abby Alt. Alt 1v2 back the other way. Euro step layup too hard off the backboard. And now a foul called. 4 minutes and 16 seconds left in the first quarter. And we have a line change incoming for Martinsburg.
Coach Fitzpatrick looks pretty frustrated. I think some of those passes were a little bit sloppy on the Bulldogs side. So it might be a plan just to get everybody in, try to figure out something here what clicks for them early on since it's early in the season, but also you don't see too often at the varsity level 5 girls go in, 5 girls go out.
Yeah, Gideon, Nelson, Green, as well as Strovel and Underwood on the floor now for Martinsburg.
I think part of it is they're still figuring out that rotation.
Long two from the right corner, shot up by Underwood. It's no good, rebounded by Petersburg. Coast to coast goes Petersburg. Abby Alt from the right side. Layup no good as she clenches her knee, slowly gets up. We'll see if she's okay. 3 minutes, 54 seconds left in the first quarter. It's Martinsburg 6, Petersburg nothing as Alt goes to the free throw line gingerly to shoot 2 for the Vikings.
Well, nobody stopped ball on the Martinsburg side, but Strovel in a tough position. By the time Alt got to the basket, she really was either going to foul her or get a blocked shot, and ended up being a foul.
Abby Alt's first free throw up and good, making it 6-1. She gets the ball for her second free throw as it's into the air around the rim. No good, rebounded by Strovel. Gideon quickly brings it up the floor. Trapped at midcourt now, deflected around, and we'll have a jump ball called. 3 minutes, 45 seconds left in the first. Possession arrow Petersburg. First quarter presented by Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, Robert Fields & Sons, family-owned full-service funeral home, proudly serving the area since 1880, as well as CMA's Honda of Winchester at 3985 Valley Pike. CMA moving lives forward. It's Kitts Miller with the ball, getting trapped in the left corner, bounce passing it down low to Tingler. Tingler tries to put up the sky hook from the left side, but it's deflected out of bounds by Martinsburg. So Petersburg will have a inbound underneath its basket at the baseline. Quick inbound. Pump fake, catching Tawney now, passing it to Alt. Alt drives in the lane, puts up a shot, just barely misses. It's rebounded by Strovel. He'll give it to Nelson. Nelson goes behind the back with her dribble. Now trying to pick up and find somebody. She finally does so at midcourt. It's Green now stumbling her way, dribbling it over to Strovel. Strovel fighting for leverage, and her pass intercepted. A foul called now.
Martinsburg's been very sloppy with these passes here early on. You know, you had that situation on the backcourt where Petersburg brings a little bit of pressure. Nelson's just kind of dribbling with her head down. Luckily, the pass still got there, but then when the Bulldogs brought it into the front court, didn't really work. So here's that pressure for Martinsburg. This is where they've been the most successful, honestly.
And we'll have a foul called again against Martinsburg. Clock stops with 2 minutes and 56 seconds here in quarter number 1. And if that's on Gideon again, that is her second foul here in the about 5-second span. And it is. So she has 2 now. Team 4th of the quarter as the inbound pass goes out of bounds on the opposite side of the floor. So bringing it back because it wasn't touched. It'll be an inbound for Martinsburg underneath the hoop.
It looked like man press that time for Bulldogs, switching it up a little bit.
High inbound pass to Nelson. Nelson gives it over. Long 3 from the left corner by Green, misses. Rebounded by Petersburg. Still 6-1 under 2:45 in first quarter. Looking down low, the pass tipped around and into the hands eventually of Kolaw. Kolaw in the paint, drives in, puts up a layup, and it's good. Cutting the lead to 6-3 now, Martinsburg. It's Nelson. It's tied up, and a jump ball will be called quickly. 2 minutes and 27 seconds left in this first quarter. Possession arrow keeping it with Martinsburg.
Yes, Petersburg still bringing a little bit of pressure here. Martinsburg struggled with it. They got to move the ball. There you go. Get to the middle.
Green bounce passing it to the right block. Wide open shot by Underwood, no good. She gets her own rebound and the putbacks there. 8-3 with 2 minutes left. Martinsburg back up by 5 on Petersburg.
Good job by Underwood to stick with it.
Behind the back dribble now, coast to coast. Bounce pass down low, shot up, no good by Kowal as Wetzel tried to make a play. Nelson quickly back the other way now for Martinsburg. Stops, left side shot, no good, but a foul is called against Petersburg, sending her to the line to shoot 2. That was Abby Alt picking up the foul for Petersburg as Nelson now at the charity stripe. Free throw around the rim and misses, keeping it at 8-3. Nelson's second free throw up. That one off the side of the rim and also missed, rebounded by Petersburg. Tingler with it, picking up her dribble in the backcourt, and will now pass it to Tawney, and a timeout called by John Webster of Petersburg. So we'll take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School Girls Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
One of the questions lawyers get asked the most is, what is my case worth?
I'm Steven Skinner, and this is my brother Andrew with Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers.
The truth is, it's very difficult for a lawyer to pinpoint a number because every case is different.
We get to know each situation and we'll give you an idea of what your case is worth and why.
The sooner we get involved, the better we can do getting you the compensation you deserve.
Google Skinner Lawyers or go to skinnerwins.com. We'll treat you like family.
We welcome you back to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse. A minute 45 left in quarter number 1. It's Martinsburg 8, Petersburg 3.
We'll see how Petersburg adjusts to the press this time.
Long pass, and now behind the back pass intercepted by Martinsburg. It's Green bringing it up the floor. She'll wait for the rest of her teammates to join her. Picks up her dribble, passing it to Gideon, back to Green. Green dribbles now to the volleyball line at mid-court. Quickly goes down low for Strovel. Strovel's layup on the right side, no good. Rebounded by Petersburg. A foul called. And it looks like that will be against Martinsburg, and that should get us to the double bonus.
We had the line change, number 2, Colin.
An interesting new strategy here for Martinsburg, going with 5 subs at a time, as that foul called against Martinsburg's Underwood, her first, team 5th. So we have a double bonus now as the free throw is up by Tingler and through, making it 8-4.
Yeah, that's that new rule that you mentioned. Not today, but throughout the season, Colin. Of course, the 5 fouls leading to the double bonus in high school basketball, and then they reset each quarter.
Second free throw, no good. Rebounded by Martinsburg. It's Martin giving it to Ritchie. Ritchie breaks midcourt, now has a long pass into the left corner for Santa Maria. Her 3 around the rim and somehow does not go through, but the putback by Ritchie does. She now has 5 points, making it a 10-4 Martinsburg lead over Petersburg. Under a minute left in the first quarter, the ball dribbled off the foot of Wetzel, but they'll say it's because of the contact made by Irving, and that'll send Wetzel to the free throw line. So kind of like how the season last year ended for Martinsburg with potential foul trouble. You see 6 fouls already so far here in the first quarter as Wetzel makes the first of the 2 free throws to make it a 10-5 lead for Martinsburg. But you already have Gideon with 2, Irving with 2, and Underwood with 1.
Yeah, Martinsburg's an aggressive team.
Which also means I'm missing one.
Oh, yeah, but you know, that's going to lead to a lot of foul trouble sometimes when you play aggressive defense. So they might have to call off their press to try to cut down on the fouls.
Santa Maria with it. Passing it to Nelson, back to Santa Maria. As they swing it around to the left side. Ritchie down low, trying to post up and banks it in. Serenity Ritchie with 7 points here in the first quarter. And it's a 7-point lead for Martinsburg.
And she's scoring from 3 and down low.
Pass stolen by Martin. Santa Maria giving it down low. Bradley Ritchie. 3-pointer no good. Rebounded by Martinsburg. It's Bradley down low. Finding a wide open Irving at the right block. Her shot too hard off the glass. Rebounded by Petersburg. Now the clock stops because of a tie-up with 3.4 seconds left in the first quarter. It'll be Petersburg basketball. They got to go all the way up the floor. Inbound to Alt, who gives it to Tawney, and Tawney will not get a shot off at midcourt. First quarter comes to an end. It is Martinsburg 12, Petersburg 5. Take a 1-minute break. This is West Virginia High School girls basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
The Honda Ridgeline, Passport, and Pilot are in a league of their own when it comes to rugged capability. Their relentless power and versatility make these vehicles the ultimate challengers for exhilarating adventures and formidable terrain. But it's not just performance that makes these cars special. It's the unwavering determination that inspires everything we do. That's why we're KBB.com's best value brand of 2023.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA's, moving lives forward.
Available all-wheel drive on Pilot based on 2023 brand image awards from Kelly Blue Book. Visit KBB.com for more information.
Ollie's VIP North Side is the best spot to catch all your favorite teams. Join us Monday for Dollar Wings and Monday Night Football. Thursdays on the patio for the Cornhole Tourney. Friday night lights with happy hour specials, or Saturdays during or after the college games for steak night. Get a ribeye or New York steak for just $26.95. Ollie's has great food and drink menus too, along with 17 TVs to watch any game of your choice from anywhere at the bar or their outdoor patio and fire pit. So stop by and see for yourself today at 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. That's Ollie's VIP North Side. We'll see you for the game.
Welcome back to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse as we enter the second quarter. It is a 12-5 Martinsburg lead over Petersburg. Here in girls basketball action, Martinsburg starting off with the ball. Santa Maria with it, running the point, passing it to the right for Martin. Give it to Ritchie. Ritchie swings it to the left for Santa Maria to Bradley. Back to Ritchie down low. Kick it over to Martin. Santa Maria right wing 3. It's good. 15-5 now as Santa Maria starts off quarter number 2 with a bang for Martinsburg.
Yeah, if Martinsburg's going to be able to hit from the perimeter, we know what they can do inside. So
left elbow jumper response by Kitzmiller. She has 2 points now, making it 15-7.
So that can make their offense just that much more dangerous. If you're hitting three-pointers, it's going to open up things in the post and vice versa.
Santa Maria with it, giving it to Martin. Back to Santa Maria. Back to Martin. Bradley. Martin, great give and go. The layup on the left side, no good though. Rebounded by Petersburg. Now Martin deflecting it out. Wetzel is dribbling it down the floor. It'll remain Petersburg basketball. The inbound right in front of the coaching staff for the Bulldogs with 6 minutes 56 seconds left before halftime. It'll be Tingler coming in for Petersburg now to inbound. Inbounding it to Kitzmiller. Kitzmiller to Tingler. Tingler has it stolen. Martin now back the other way. 3v1 for Martinsburg. She dribbles it off her leg, has to pick it up, and just chucks it to the top of the key. Ritchie wide open three off the back of the iron. No good. Ball tipped around eventually into the hands, it looks like, of Alexander for Petersburg. She somehow finds a teammate, and now Petersburg back the other way. Oh, right side layup, too hard off the bottom of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Martinsburg, who will now push the tempo as well. Santa Maria. Right side corner picking up her dribble, now finding Ritchie. They swing it to the left side. Martin to Bradley. Bradley in the paint. Jump shot, it's good. Banking it in is Cadence Bradley. She now makes it a 10-point lead again. It's 17-7, Martinsburg leading Petersburg.
Yeah, I thought earlier Bradley made a good pass.
It's Tingler with the swish from the right block.
But if she catches the ball that low, there's really no reason for her to not shoot it.
17-9, Martinsburg up by 8. Martin finding Bradley. It's tipped off the head of Alt and now into her hands. Right side layup. Abby Alt. It's good for Petersburg.
Way to use your head.
17-11. It's quite literally there. Abby Alt used her head, and now we have a stoppage.
Make sure she's all right. No,
that's somebody else. It looks like Alexander kind of seemed out of breath, so the officials stopped play to allow her to take a seat on the bench. Petersburg, and
good job by the officials there.
Hoping she's okay. We resume action now. Bradley, free throw line, passing it down low to Ritchie. Will now chuck it to the top of the key for Santa Maria. Santa Maria tries to give it to the right side for Irving. Pass deflected, but Irving still able to get it. Her pass down low, intercepted, intended for Ritchie. It's now Petersburg going up the floor. Tingler catching it, going to the right side, and her shot's blocked, out of bounds. Remain Petersburg ball as that rejected by Cadence Bradley, sending it into the cheerleaders. 5:07 left in this second quarter. It's Martinsburg 17, Petersburg 11, and it looks like we'll have the line change again for the Bulldogs.
It's been interesting to see that, but I don't know, maybe they're just trying to figure out, let's play good as a 5-unit group, and then we'll start working in more of a balanced rotation kind of thing.
Wetzel.
Or maybe they keep that all year.
Passing it to Kitzmiller. Kitzmiller's shot from the left side, no good. Rebounded by Martinsburg. Green bringing it up the floor after getting the rebound, dribbling it to the left wing, picks it up. Will find Nelson. Nelson to Underwood. Underwood into the right corner now for, looks like Gideon, and Gideon drives the baseline and runs into a teammate, loses the ball. It's stolen by Petersburg. Petersburg with it. It's Wetzel. Into the paint, shot up, no good, but a foul is called with 4 minutes and 32 seconds left in this second quarter. That'll send her to the free throw line.
Yeah, they called a foul. I honestly thought there could have been a travel called on that one. I didn't see too much contact, but maybe I didn't see it from that angle, I guess.
It's Underwood second as Wetzel's free throw up and good for Petersburg, making it 17-12. In the second quarter. Martinsburg up by 5. Wetzel now 2 for 2 from the free throw line, make it 3 for 3 as the second one is drained. 17-13 now's the score. Martinsburg with it, it's Nelson. Gideon passing it over for Strovel. Back to Gideon, right corner 3 off the side of the rim, then the other side, and no good, rebounded by Petersburg. Full court press from Martinsburg now, broken by Petersburg. It's Kitzmiller up the floor. And almost passing it back court, but somehow Wetzel just gets across the stripe. So no call. Petersburg can set up its offense. Three-pointer from the left side, no good as that shot up by Kitzmiller, rebounded by Shriver. Shriver gets fouled down low, and that'll send her to the free throw line now to shoot two. It's a 4-point lead for Martinsburg, but it's second foul of the quarter. And it looks like it was called against Green, I believe, of Martinsburg, her first.
A dangerous pass there a few moments ago for Petersburg, and like you said, Colin, that was almost a backcourt.
Free throw no good. Second one is good. So that's Shriver's first point of the night, making it a one-possession game at 17-14.
Yeah, Petersburg's just kind of stuck around, even though it felt like Martinsburg was going to pull away at one point. Second quarter has been better for the Vikings.
I believe it's a 7-0 run right now for Petersburg. Pass down low to Strovel. Right side shot, no good, but she's fouled. So she'll go to the free throw line now for two shots. Second quarter brought to you by Orsini's Home Store, not just an appliance store any longer. Visit them at 360 Hack Wilson Way in Martinsburg or online at Orsinis.com. As Strovel's first free throw up off the front of the rim and no good. Our other quarter sponsor is Craig Blair for State Senate, the Eastern Panhandle's first and only Senate President and Lieutenant Governor. Fiscal and social conservative who's making West Virginia great again by cutting taxes and creating jobs. Let's re-elect Senate President Craig Blair in 2024 as second free throw by Strovel. Also misses, rebounded by Petersburg. And now Strovel, with some anger after those two missed free throws, swats that shot out of bounds into the student section.
Well, she's a volleyball player.
That is true. That was a spike. Inbound now for Petersburg. Wetzel kicking it out to Alt. Alt pump fakes. Now drives the right side and just loses the ball. It's stolen by Underwood. Martinsburg with Nelson bringing it up the floor now. Strovel getting the pass, and it's tipped out of bounds as trying to pickpocket Strovel was Tingler. And here we go again. 5 on, 5 off for the Bulldogs. Single file line goes Ritchie, Bradley, Santa Maria, Martin, and Irving. See? That's why, growing up, you were in single file line, so that you knew to do it on the basketball floor.
I hated the hallway line.
Well, Bradley shot up, no good. Rebounded by Irving. It gets tied up. Stopping the clock with 2 minutes, 57 seconds.
I never understood why I couldn't talk in hallway.
Goes in. Yeah, same. Now here we are talking in a art room, calling a basketball game. 17-14, Martinsburg leads Petersburg. Under 3 minutes left in quarter number 2. Petersburg with the ball. Shriver loses it off her foot. Falls to the floor. Petersburg somehow keeps it. Now driving the left side. Layup. No good by Wetzel. Rebounded by Bradley. Santa Maria gets it from Bradley and now bring it up the court for the Bulldogs. Ritchie getting the pass from Santa Maria. Gives it to Bradley. Bradley fakes a pass and now will pass it to the left side instead of the right for Santa Maria. Santa Maria to Ritchie. Three-pointer from the left corner. No good. Rebounded by Petersburg. Martinsburg's gone cold here late in this second quarter, but now Martin with a steal and gets fouled hard trying to go up the floor in transition. Substitute coming in. It's Tawney for Petersburg. 2 minutes, 12 seconds left in quarter number 2.
I think Martinsburg just needs to feed their post more. Like, when they've gotten it inside, it's been pretty unstoppable. I don't really see any reason not to give the ball to Bradley down low on every possession. At least see if it's there. I mean, it's not going to be open every single time, but...
Santa Maria for 3, and there you go. That one's through. Her second 3 of the night. She now has 6 points, making it 20-14, and now a steal on the inbound. Martinsburg shot up by Martin, no good. And a foul, I think, underneath the basket. Keeping it here, unless they just say it was out of bounds, so no foul. But it's still Martinsburg ball.
They're back to their zone, and it was good zone offense.
Bradley getting swatted around and stolen from by Abby Ault, who brings it up the floor, pushing the tempo. Right side layup rejected by Ritchie, but rebounded by Tawney, and she'll go up off the glass and in, making it 20-16.
That's a backcourt.
Missed call. Bradley now posting up, double teamed, fouled, and the basket does not go, but she'll go to the free throw line for 2 shots.
And I think Bradley learned from her mistake on that previous possession where she had probably too many dribbles. You know, she just needs one power dribble and go up. I mean, and they're either going to foul you or you can go to the line. She's a pretty good shooter, usually from the perimeter, so she should be able to make her free throws.
Goes around the rim, announcers jinx and out.
I don't know what her percentage is, but I would guess that she can make them at a decent percentage. She'll make this one, Colin.
She does. Now 5 points for her and a 21-16 lead for Martinsburg. They lead Petersburg, who has the ball. Minute 20 left in the second quarter. Tawney finds a wide open Ault underneath, and she'll lay it up and in.
Yeah, you got to hustle back on defense.
Now Petersburg going with the half-court press, but it's easily broken. Ritchie, left side layup is good. She now has 9 points.
Both coaches got to be super frustrated. You had the ball go through the basket, and you don't get back, and you allow easy layups on the other end.
Now a foul called at mid-court. Martinsburg frustrated with that one. Clock at 55.2 seconds left. It's Martinsburg 23, Petersburg 18. That foul called against Irving. That's her third now for Martinsburg.
And for the first time tonight, Martinsburg doesn't sub all 5 people at once.
Yeah, Bradley the only one coming off. It's Kitzmiller with it being double teamed at the top of the key. She'll pick up her dribble, passing it to Tingler. Tingler trying to get it back for Kitzmiller, but it's stolen, and a wide open layup off the pass from Martin for Santa Maria is through. 25-18, Martinsburg leads now. And a travel violation called the other way against Petersburg, as was a long pass into the hands of, it looks like, I believe that's Kowal. She just never got the ball down. Ritchie getting the inbound, giving it to Martin. Martin almost traveled, no call. Santa Maria to Ritchie. Ritchie finds Strovo wide open down low off the glass and too hard off the rim. Rebounded by Kowal of Petersburg.
Good execution, though, by Martinsburg on the press break.
Tingler passing it to the right corner for Tawney. Tawney drives the baseline, bounce passes it to the left side through the hands of Kowal. She's able to regain possession, passing it now for Kitzmiller. Her shot no good. Ritchie mid-court. If it's good, it counts, but it's no good, and that's the end of the second quarter. Martinsburg leads by 7, 25-18 over Petersburg here at the half. We'll step aside, take a 2-minute break. This is West Virginia High School Girls Basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV10.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer!
The Mountaineer Pub offers many daily specials, including Trivia Night Mondays, Karaoke Tuesdays, Steak Night Wednesdays and Sundays, Only Swing Night Thursdays, and DJ and/or karaoke, again Fridays and Saturdays. And remember, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Mondays through Fridays is happy hour with $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Pub!
This is Eric at Hagerstown Ford. Over the last decade, the way we buy things have evolved. Now, you get on your phone, click Want It, and it shows up at your front door. At Hagerstown Ford, it is that convenient. We've changed the car buying experience on the I-81 corridor forever. And with a return policy better than Walmart, there's absolutely no reason to buy a new or used car, truck, or SUV anywhere else. Just like Amazon, Hagerstown Ford will deliver the vehicle to you, where you are, and on your time. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. Why waste your time at a car dealership playing the dumb back-and-forth games? Besides, we hate it more than you do. I assure you, no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. will beat our price. No dealership from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania to Baltimore, Maryland will beat our price. And no other dealership will allow you to return it if you don't want it. Hagerstown Ford absolutely provides the best experience at the best price. Visit HagerstownFord.com to schedule your VIP experience. Click on the vehicle you want and get your new ride delivered to you at no risk.
See dealer for details.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
Welcome back as our halftime show brought to you by the Mansion Freddie Law Firm in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Go to wvjusticelawyers.com. Martinsburg 25, Petersburg 18 at the half. Nick, quickly, your first half thoughts.
I think both teams have been a little sloppy, especially the presses are getting to them. It seems like when they've been able to break the press, I feel like we've had some good half-court offenses on both sides, so pretty competitive game. I think these teams are relatively balanced. I mean, Martinsburg needs to use their size to their advantage a little bit more and I think work the ball inside a little bit more, but they made some threes, kind of separated themselves in that first half, and overall I think they should be able to hold on and win this thing, but Petersburg's got some fight to them. They're not going to go down without a fight.
Let's now get our first half stats brought to you by the Berkeley County Health Department. Prevent, Promote, Protect, offering public, clinical, and environmental services at 122 Waverly Court in Martinsburg. For Petersburg, you have Tingler with 3 points, Tawney with 2 points, Kolaw with 2 points, Wetzel with 3 points, Kitzmiller with 2 points, Alt with 5 points, and Shriver with a point. For Martinsburg, it's Underwood with 2 points, Irving with 1 point, Santa Maria with 8 points, Bradley has 5 points. Ritchie has 9 points. Step aside, take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, you'll hear from Dylan Bishop. This is West Virginia High School girls basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
The Skinner family has been representing West Virginians for more than 50 years.
We've changed the name of our firm to Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers because we want to be clear about what we do. We represent people who have been in car, truck, and other catastrophic accidents.
We're here to be a voice for the injured and vulnerable, and we take that job seriously with deep commitment to serving our clients wherever they are.
Just Google Skinner Accident Lawyer or visit skinnerwins.com. We'll treat you like family.
At Carter Myers Automotive, what we do today will tomorrow become what we've done. That's why Owners Just Do More no longer defines us. Our work is never done because what we live by doesn't have a finish line. We care. Our company of owners is moving lives forward every day by finding more ways to care before, during, and after your purchase. Because when you're happy, so are we. Carter Myers Automotive. Proud to be the owners who just care more.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
At Dutch Miller Automotive, we've grown quite a bit over the last 60 years, but our core principles remain the same. We believe in treating our customers and our team members like friends and family, and we see it as our obligation to give back to all the communities we are so fortunate to do business in. In just West Virginia alone, we've grown from one location on the west end of Huntington to 10 rooftops employing more than 500 Mountaineers. Check out the inventory from all of our stores at DutchMillerAuto.com. Dutch Miller Automotive Group, West Virginia proud.
Welcome into the N1 Halftime Scoreboard Show here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 as we have Martinsburg girls basketball against the Petersburg Vikings. It's a 25-18 lead at halftime for the Lady Bulldogs. Get you some scores from around the rest of the basketball world and men's college basketball. 2 games ongoing in the top 25 right now, that being Northwestern leading Chicago State by 8 points, 22-14, early in the first half, and FAU, number 15, against FIU, leading 52-25, 16 minutes to go in that one. And in women's college basketball going on tonight. One game currently ongoing in the top 25. Number 20, Creighton at number 19, Marquette. It's currently a 21-16 lead with 33 seconds left in the first quarter for Marquette. Let's look at some scores from around the NBA right now. At halftime, the 76ers lead the Pistons 70-56. Halftime in D.C., Wizards trail the Pelicans 75-64. 8 minutes left in the second quarter in Miami. The Heat lead the Hornets by 4, 35-31. Hawks with a 7-point lead over the Raptors 50-43 with 7:47 left in the second quarter. Rockets with a 14-9 lead early in the first quarter against the Grizzlies. Pacers up 14-6 early in the first against the Bucks. And just 2.5 minutes into the game in San Antonio, Spurs lead 8-7. With that, we'll get you back to Martinsburg High School with Nick Verzolini and Colin McLaughlin for the second half of Martinsburg and Petersburg girls EPAC basketball. This has been the AM1 Halftime Scoreboard Show here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Finally, West Virginia is moving in the right direction. As your West Virginia Senate President, Craig Blair has passed the most conservative legislative agenda in the nation. He has fought for our values like banning elective abortions, protecting our Second Amendment rights, and prevented boys from playing in girls' sports. Senator Craig Blair championed the largest tax cut in the history of our state. Craig Blair, a strong conservative leader. Promises made, promises kept. This election, vote for Republican Craig Blair for state Senate. Paid for by the committee to re-elect Craig Blair.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Welcome back here to Martinsburg High School as we get ready for the second half of West Virginia High School girls basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Martinsburg leading Petersburg 25-18. For those just tuning in, it's Martinsburg in the white uniforms, Petersburg in the black uniforms on TV 10. Martinsburg starting off with the ball will be Santa Maria to get the inbound. Dribbles a few times, now gives it to Irving. Irving quickly to Ritchie, and her pass over the head of Santa Maria, and it's a backcourt violation to start off the third quarter for Martinsburg.
That's frustrating if you're the Bulldogs. Obviously, you knew you had the ball to start the second half, so you probably drew something up, and to have a turnover, especially a turnover that was kind of unforced, that's just mistakes that you can't really make if you want to be a team that makes that jump from 9-13 toward a winning record this year.
Long pass from right to left, caught, and now another one deflected and intercepted by Santa Maria, who gives it to Nelson. Nelson to Irving. Irving driving the paint, puts up a layup too hard, off the backboard, no good, rebounded by Wetzel. Wetzel finds Tingler. Tingler on the right side loses her footing, and the ball will roll out of bounds. Martinsburg ball. Sloppy start to the third quarter.
I mean, overall, it's been a pretty sloppy game, so Not really too surprised, honestly. But we'll see if these teams can clean it up. I think we've seen the talent on both sides.
Bradley long two off the back of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Kitzmiller. She'll bring it up the court for Petersburg. Picking up her dribble. Tries to pass it, but it's into the hands of Martin.
Looked like a
the
foul
deflection by
I don't know about
Irving
you.
getting the steal. I thought so too, but no call. Now Irving wide open three off the front of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Tingler for Petersburg. Both teams coming out cold here for this third quarter. And now ball stolen by Martin. She'll bring it up the floor. Layup, no good. Wide open and just put it too hard off the glass. And now quickly, all wide open three missing, as that one was short, hitting the bottom of the rim, and a jump ball underneath the basket. Possession arrow keeping it with, looks like Petersburg.
Yeah,
6 minutes, 32 seconds left in this third quarter, and Petersburg will call a timeout. We'll take the 30-second break with them. This is West Virginia High School Girls Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
My kids, you know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Welcome back after Petersburg's timeout. Hopefully things are back in order and the sloppiness comes to an end, as still nobody scoring here in this third quarter. It's all passing it to Tingler. Tingler giving it to Wetzel at the top of the key. She spins around, drives the lane, puts up a layup. It's no good. Rebounded by Martinsburg. 25-18, Martinsburg leads Petersburg.
I thought it was a good timeout. Obviously, you mentioned it, Colin. A lot of sloppiness on both sides here early.
It's Bradley down low, got hacked, no call. The ball now into the hands, looks like a Wetzel, and a tie between her and Martin. Jump ball, giving it back to Martinsburg.
Again, Bradley should keep that ball high. No reason to bring it down low where everybody else can get it.
But at the same time, she's getting double-teamed and hacked, and no call.
Yeah, that one was close enough where I see why they let it go.
The inbound now has a jump ball, so possession to Petersburg.
Should go Martinsburg.
No, it was just Martinsburg.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize we just had a jump ball there.
Just
Sorry.
had a jump ball.
My bad.
So, inbound for Petersburg. They bring it across midcourt, finding a wide-open Wetzel, who gives it to another wide-open teammate, that being Kolaw from the right block. Her shot is good. First points of quarter number 3, making it 25-20. 2 minutes, 10 seconds into this third quarter.
Yeah, it didn't really seem like Martinsburg was super aggressive on the defensive end there.
Ritchie with it, dribbling it to the top of the key, picking it up, finding Bradley. Bradley at the free throw line, shot too high off the backboard, no good. Rebounded down low by Irving. Her shot misses. She gets her rebound, now puts up a third one, and that will send her to the free throw line as she was fouled with 5 minutes and 29 seconds left in quarter number 3.
I mean, I got my glasses on, Colin, and I feel like we're missing a lot of fouls. I feel like the first one could have been a foul as well, but got it on the second one, so.
Free throw is good. 2 points now for Irving, making it 26-20. That foul called against Tingler of Petersburg, her second. Irving now 2 of 3 from the free throw line. The second one misses, and it goes out of bounds off Martin. Petersburg ball.
Good try by Martin to,
Almost thought that was going to be an over the back, but
she didn't really make contact. Over the back actually isn't a call. It's you have to make contact when you're going up for the foul. That's the actual call. You can go over top of somebody. It's just you can't make contact while going over top.
That's what you're here for. Bringing accuracy to the broadcast.
I try my best. Not sure if I explained that exactly correct, but yeah.
Now a foul as Petersburg went up the floor, missed a shot. Martinsburg brought it back, and Santa Maria is fouled. That foul called against Kitzmiller, Petersburg, her second, team second of the quarter. 5:04 left in this third quarter. It's 26-20. Martinsburg leads Petersburg. Santa Maria bounce passing it to Martin. Martin Back to Santa Maria in the right corner. At their wing now, it's Martin. Martin almost loses her dribble. Breaks the ankles of Kitzmiller and will now pass it to Ritchie. Ritchie back to Martin. Martin will call out the play as she stands on the Bulldog logo, now giving it to Santa Maria. Wide open right wing three, no good. Tipped around and falling to the floor is a few players, as that's Kowal, and it looks like Irving. And a jump ball will be called with 4 minutes and 35 seconds left. The possession arrow keeping it with Martinsburg. Now we have some substitutions. Only one, as Strovel getting pulled back by Martinsburg. Looked like they wanted to bring her in, but deciding not to. Inbound, Santa Maria left corner three. That one around the rim and missing. Rebounded by Tingler for Petersburg. Be Abby Alt bringing it up the court now for the Vikings. Passing to Tingler. Tingler drives the baseline, kicks it out to the left side. Now another swing pass over to, looks like that was Kitzmiller, her shot missing. Rebounded by Martinsburg. Santa Maria with it in the left corner. Bounce passing it, intending for Martin, stolen by Kitzmiller. Kitzmiller bring it up the court for Petersburg now. Passing it to Tingler. Tingler to Alt. Alt picked up by Santa Maria. She'll now pass it to Kitzmiller. Kitzmiller running the point now for the Vikings. Passing it to Alt, and it goes out of bounds too far out of the outstretched arm of Abby Alt. 3 minutes, 48 seconds left in this third quarter. It's still Martinsburg 26, Petersburg 20, as only total of 3 points scored here in this third quarter.
Yeah, it's been a tough one. Neither team really getting much going on the offensive end. We'll see if the second unit for the Bulldogs can do anything.
Gideon, the Strovel, Nelson, Green. Green drives the right side, pulls up from the elbow, bouncing off the rim, no good, tipped around and into the hands of Tingler. Tingler tries to bounce, pass it to Alt, but it's stolen. And now that's Gideon falling to the floor. And the whistle blows, stopping the clock with 3 minutes, 22 seconds left. Looks like they say it went out of bounds off Petersburg, so Martinsburg keeps the ball. Green ready to inbound for Martinsburg, finding a wide open Gideon, long two from the left side, missing. Tipped around, rebounded by Underwood. Underwood bounce passing it to Green. Right wing three, it's good. Green with her first three of the night, making it 29-20 Martinsburg.
Maybe that's the spark we need here, Colin, to get some offense going.
Alt goes coast to coast quickly, though, to quiet the Martinsburg crowd, making it 29-22. Now Green trying to go coast to coast. She loses it off her foot, has to pick up her dribble now, and that will be a double dribble called, as she thought it got deflected, and they say it didn't. 2:53 left in this third quarter. Petersburg to inbound in front of Martinsburg's bench, down by 7. Inbound to Abby Alt. Alt spins around, loses her dribble, so she just tips it to Kitzmiller. Kitzmiller now crosses midcourt, finds Kowal. Three, boom. Kowal with 7 points now. 29-25. The lead cut to 4 for Martinsburg.
Well, all of a sudden, a little bit of excitement on both ends offensively.
Underwood, long two from the right corner. And that long two is through by Underwood. So she now has 4 points, making it 31-25. And a pass past Tawney. And that goes out of bounds. Martinsburg getting the ball to inbound. Your third quarter brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Go to fordofhagerstown.com, as well as Smallwood and Small Insurance in Martinsburg, your total insurance solution at 121 Administrative Drive. Call 304-263-3361. Underwood stuck in the right corner trying to find a teammate, bounce passing it out for Nelson. Nelson dribbling it, picking it up and throwing it to the left side. It's intercepted by Tawney. Tawney now hands it behind her to Alt, who throws it down to Shriver on the opposite end of the court. She pump fakes, and then her shot in the paint is good, making it 31-27. The lead back to 4 for Martinsburg against Petersburg. A minute 40 left in this third quarter.
Yeah, Petersburg just keeps sticking around, Colin.
Green drives in, kicks it out to Gideon, and Gideon's long two airballed out of bounds. Petersburg basketball.
Yeah, Gideon just didn't really get a great release on that one. She had a good look.
The inbound to Abby Alt, she could never really get that dribble going, and it goes out of bounds. Martinsburg gets the ball off the Petersburg turnover.
Yeah, that's a tough one if you're Petersburg, because Martinsburg really didn't force it. You just never really controlled the basketball.
Nelson to Gideon at the right side into the corner for Underwood. Three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Alt. Alt brings it up the court now. Finds Shriver ahead of her. Shriver, right side shot, no good. Rebounded by Martinsburg's Underwood. Gives it to Gideon. Gideon runs into Tawney. And it goes out of bounds off Tawney. Martinsburg ball with 1:06 left in this third quarter. And now the 5 starters for Martinsburg subbed back in for the last 66 seconds of quarter number 3. 4-point lead, 31-27. Martinsburg leads Petersburg. The Bulldogs trying to get their first win of the season. Bradley, Irving. Irving gets a pick by Ritchie. Will pass it to Martin. Martin back to Irving at the left side. Bradley, long three off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Tingler for Petersburg, who gives it to Alt.
You know what's been kind of surprising? Petersburg's been in a zone a lot of the game. We haven't really seen any zone offense from Martinsburg.
Tingler shot airballed, rebounded by Ritchie. Ritchie ahead of her for Irving. Irving catches it in the right corner. Now will dribble at it. Excuse me, that's Santa Maria to Irving. Irving to Ritchie. Ritchie posts up, shot, no good. Rebounded by Petersburg, as Petersburg now has it stolen. Santa Maria somehow gets it to Irving, back to Santa Maria, who's just going to dribble over to the Martinsburg logo, reset the offense. 15 seconds left. It looks like Martinsburg's going to hold it for the final shot. Irving now, right wing, has to start dribbling it, picking it up, bounce passing it to the right corner. Santa Maria, three. Off the rim, no good, rebounded by Alt. 2 seconds, 1 second. Alt chucks up a prayer, and that one not even close as the third quarter comes to an end. It is Martinsburg 31, Petersburg 27. We'll take a 1-minute break. This is West Virginia High School basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm your new bangs, and you can't stop staring at me. That's it. Just tilt the rearview mirror over here. And while you're checking me out more times than a library book, your car is wandering into that lane over there. More bangs. Neat. And if you've got cut rate insurance, you could be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate.
Call Martinsburg Allstate agent Gary Kelly today at 304-263-4596.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How can I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm John Everson, Private Wealth Advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Welcome back as we are now entering the fourth quarter. Martinsburg clinging on to a 31-27 lead over the Petersburg Vikings here in high school girls basketball. Petersburg will start with the ball, down by 4. Fourth quarter is underway. It's Tawney giving it Kitzmiller. Kitzmiller dribbling it now with her left hand over to the right, picking it up, giving it to Tawney. Tawney finds Shriver wide open, left side three-pointer off the rim, no good. Rebounded by, looks like Martinsburg's Martin. Martin breaks midcourt, finds Santa Maria at the right side. Santa Maria spins around, pass to Ritchie in the corner. She'll now heave it over to the left side, and it's intercepted by Shriver. Actually, that's Wetzel. Wetzel goes coast to coast and will dribble. Gets deflected out of bounds. And he'll keep it with Petersburg. Petersburg to inbound. It's inbounded to Wetzel in the paint. Her shot, no good. Tipped around, rebounded by Irving for Martinsburg. Irving up the court now, stopping. Passing it to Bradley. Bradley will give it to Santa Maria. And they'll set up the offense. Irving getting the pass from Santa Maria back to her. Back to Irving. Irving now will run the point after dribbling over to it. Giving it to Bradley at the left side, who finds Martin. Martin dribbles to the top of the key now. Picks it up. finds Bradley. Irving left corner 3, way off, airballed into the hands of Kitzmiller for Petersburg. She'll dribble up the court, double team, so she finds Shriver. Shriver drives in, trying to pass it down low to Alexander. It's deflected and stolen by Martinsburg. Irving up the court now, gets it to Ritchie. Ritchie in the right corner, starts dribbling. Only does it twice, then finds Martin. Martin goes down low to Bradley, who's immediately double teamed, so she has to pass it to Santa Maria. Santa Maria to Irving, back to Santa Maria. Wide open left side 2, no good off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Kitzmiller again for Petersburg.
Martinsburg just can't make anything.
Now it's been a quiet second half for them. Only 6 points in that third quarter. Petersburg only had 9, though, so you're still leading, but only by 4 as we have an injury. It looks like Shriver hit the floor hard, so we'll take a 30-second break because of the injury and then return. 6 minutes, 8 seconds left in this fourth quarter. This is West Virginia High School girls basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10. Back in 30 seconds.
Nothing goes better with football than chicken. From Pee-wee to the big boys to the wing T formation. A hearty meal of 12 pieces for $12 is just what the boys need to be at their best. Oh my, fumbling, bumbling, stumbling.
Omaha!
Rock's 12 pieces of chicken, just $12.
We welcome you back here to Martinsburg High School as Shriver still down on the floor for Petersburg being attended to. 6 minutes, 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's Martinsburg 31, Petersburg 27. Your fourth quarter brought to you by Ollie's VIP Northside, the best local spot to catch sports or hang out with friends. Stop by 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. Ollie's VIP will see you for the game, as well as the Larry DeMarco team at Modern Realty Results. If you're looking for a home in the tri-state area, they have you covered. As right now it is McKenna Shriver, the sophomore for Petersburg, slowly being brought up to sitting up right now, as that's a positive sign here at the Martinsburg Fieldhouse. She hit the floor hard and hopefully nothing too serious. Colin McLaughlin here for Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10. Alongside me is Nick Verzolini, Dylan Bishop back in the studio as Shriver now on her feet and being helped backward onto the Petersburg bench slowly.
Yeah, that doesn't look good. I hope
everything's okay. So thoughts and prayers obviously with McKenna Shriver right now as the athletic trainer here at Martinsburg, helping her out as best as she can, as well as the coaching staff helping too. So
I think she's about to puke.
I wasn't going to say anything, but it does, as they got her a bucket. So
okay, well
let's concentrate on the action on the floor instead of giving play-by-play over there.
My bad.
We're good. Kitzmiller with it, finding Alt, and Alt's bounce pass goes through the legs of Kolaw and out of bounds. It will be Martinsburg basketball off the turnover. Santa Maria getting the inbound.
We have a new player on the court for Martinsburg.
We do, a Sealinger in. Bradley, though, right now with the ball, and she'll give it to Sealinger. Sealinger dribbling it to the right corner, kicking out for Santa Maria. Finds Martin at the left block. Shot up, around the rim, and that one's good, ending the scoring drought for Martinsburg. So that's Martin's first 2 points of the night, making it 33-27. Now on the opposite end, it's Tawney pulling up for Jay. Her shot missing, rebounded by Martinsburg. It is, looks like, Ritchie. And the pass stolen by Tawney. Tawney to Kitzmiller. Kitzmiller finding Tingler. Tingler in the paint, shot up no good, rebounded by Martinsburg. That's Irving losing the ball now, falling to the floor. That tie-up will be called. Excuse me, that was Sealinger with the tie-up against Tawney. Possession arrow giving it to Martinsburg. Long inbound to Bradley, close to midcourt. She'll hand it to Martin, who passes it across the timeline for Santa Maria. Santa Maria in the paint puts up a floater, and that one's good. She now has 10 points. And it's a 35-27 lead for Martinsburg with 5 minutes left in this fourth quarter.
That's a huge shot. Now a big steal here in midcourt. Surprised no fouls or anything.
We had a collision as a few players slow to get up, and now with a little ticky-tack foul we get here, bump into as Martin says, why'd you call that one? I just got hit in the nose.
Honestly, if anything, that could have been offensive because it looked like...
Now a layup quickly while you collect your thoughts by Tawney for Petersburg, making it 35-29.
It looked like Kitzmiller kind of led with her arm a little bit, so...
Sealinger passes it across midcourt to Santabria, gives it to Bradley at the top of the key. She finds Ritchie, wide open left corner, 3 airballed into the hands of Petersburg, and a tie up down low as it was Tingler going down to the floor. As just taking it out of her hands was Martin, but a jump ball, giving the possession error to Petersburg, called first.
Haley Martin's been playing pretty tough.
Tingler pulls up from the left elbow, her shot missing, rebounded down low by Kolaw, and Kolaw gets fouled with 4 minutes 11 seconds left in the fourth. She'll go to the free throw line now for Petersburg, down 35-29 against Martinsburg. As Underwood gets ready to check in.
Well, again, Colin.
Free throw no good by Kolaw.
Petersburg still very much in the game, only down by 6. They've really battled. Kolaw, she's had some decent plays throughout this one, and
second free throw no good, rebounded by Underwood, who checked in for Bradley, so Martinsburg now kind of playing with a smaller 5 out on the floor.
They needed those, though, if you're Petersburg. Can't miss free throws down the stretch.
Santabria with it from Martinsburg, dribbling it around midcourt, now passing it over left side. Martin, three-pointer, bounces around the rim, no good, rebounded by Underwood. Underwood dribbles out to the right wing now, then passing it to Martin at the left side, who gives it to Sealinger. Sealinger, Santabria in the right corner, drives the baseline. Finger roll, no good, rebounded by Petersburg.
I don't know if I'd call that a finger roll.
Yeah, it was close.
It's more like a scoop shot.
Alt, pass deflected out of bounds by Martin. Scoop, finger roll.
Yeah, I don't know. Dr. J had the finger roll.
That's
Colin.
true. That's true. It's the inbound now deflected again by Martin, and she gets the steal.
Santabria she didn't know what she was doing and had to throw up a shot.
So the Dr. J finger roll and the Santabria scoop.
Sure.
Sealinger to Martin. Martin back to Sealinger. Sealinger passing it into the corner on the left side for Ritchie. Find Underwood. Santabria, right wing 3, way off, but into the hands of Ritchie. And Ritchie will get fouled underneath to go to the free throw line to shoot 2 with 2:57 left in quarter number 4.
When you airball and your teammate gets it, Colin, it's always a pass.
You always say it's a pass. But from up here, you knew it was a shot.
Up here, down there.
Ritchie with 9 points already, all coming in the first half. Trying to hit double figures to go with Santabria as the free throw up and good, so she's able to do so now, having 10, making it 36-29.
Ritchie was very effective in that first half. Haven't really seen much from her, though, like you said, in this second half.
Ritchie, second free throw up. That one no good, rebounded by Underwood, who goes to the floor and will be called with the travel.
Yeah, unfortunately for Underwood there, even though she went up, did a good job grabbing the offensive rebound, couldn't maintain her footing, which leads to a travel.
Kitzmiller bringing it up, now passing it to Wetzel. Wetzel sends a long pass to Tingler across midcourt, and Tingler puts up a shot that goes side off the rim, no good, rebounded by Bradley. Bradley to Sealinger, back to Bradley. Martin trying to get it to Gideon across midcourt, does so. Gideon now driving the right side, finds Underwood at the left block. Her shot off the front of the rim, no good, rebounded by Kolaw. Kolaw to Kitzmiller. Kitzmiller at the left side Fadeaway jumper, kinda off balance. Shot, no good. Rebounded by Bradley, and she'll be fouled with 2 minutes and 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The score, Martinsburg 36, Petersburg 29. We'll have a timeout taken by Martinsburg. We'll take the 30-second break with them. This is West Virginia High School Girls Basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Martinsburg Fieldhouse, 2 minutes, 16 seconds left in regulation between Martinsburg and Petersburg as Martinsburg leads 36-29 after the Bulldogs timeout. They'll have the ball, inbounding it underneath the defensive hoop of Martinsburg. Martin to inbound.
2-2-1 press, it looks like. So
Martin inbound to Bradley, who gets immediately triple teamed, and the pass is stolen by Tingler. Tingler cross to the other side, and driving in is Wetzel after the pass, and she'll be fouled. So the 2-2-1 press worked because they knew it was going to Bradley, and immediately she was swarmed by 3 Vikings.
Yeah, it was great execution by the Vikings, and again, now they're heading back to the free throw line. Can they convert on these foul shots when you need them here down the stretch?
Martin called with her third foul. Wetzel's free throw up around the rim and no good. So 3 players for Martinsburg will sub in. It's Ritchie, Santabria, and Irving for Underwood, Sealinger, and looks like Gideon will be the last one to come off now.
And again, you have a miss there from the line from Petersburg in this fourth quarter.
Wetzel's second free throw up, and that one's good. So it's now 36-30. Santabria with it for Martinsburg, dribbling it to the left corner. Passing it now to the wing for Irving. Irving to Martin. Bradley at the free throw line, back to Martin at the top of the key. Ritchie giving it to Santabria, trying to go down low, but the pass is stolen. And now it will be Kitzmiller up the floor, almost going out of bounds in front of the scores table, able to tiptoe. Now bounce passing to Tingler. She pulls up. Shot no good from the free throw line. Quickly going back up the floor is Santabria for Martinsburg. Right side layup rejected by Wetzel. And it'll be out of bounds, stopping the clock with 1:31 left in the fourth quarter. Martinsburg to inbound underneath its basket.
That's a good hustle play by Wetzel.
Ball inbounded to Irving. Ritchie getting the pass, and she banks it in from the left block. Ritchie now has 12 points to lead the way for Martinsburg, giving the lead 38-30 now for the Bulldogs. Euro step layup is good by Wetzel.
You gotta be aggressive here, though, off this inbound.
Minute 10 left, clock winding down, and now a timeout will be called to avoid the 5-second violation. Keep it here, minute 8 seconds left. It's Martinsburg 38, Petersburg 32. 6-point lead as Petersburg definitely putting up a fight tonight. Smaller school looking like a team that's not backing down.
Yeah, I mean, they've been in this game really throughout. Haven't really taken a lead or really made it super close, but they've been in it within, 6 to 7, 10 points throughout, and it's been competitive. They've been here, and they've been, playing pretty well. Martinsburg has had some iffy offense really all night, questionable shot selection at times, some bad turnovers, a lot of things to work on. Petersburg's played tough. I think they've shown some good things. I think both teams have had their moments, though, when they've looked like the teams that they could be in their respected conferences.
Inbound, stolen by Petersburg, shot up by Kitzmiller, no good, rebounded by Irving, and her pass over the head of Ritchie. And it's just sloppy so far for Martinsburg, who
and you just had
has time on their side.
You just had a timeout, so you went over how to break the press, or at least that's what I'm presuming you took the timeout to do.
Kowal trying to drive the left baseline, and she'll go now and get fouled, stopping the clock with 51.9 seconds left. That sends her to the free throw line, as that was the 15th foul for Martinsburg of the quarter, so the double bonus in effect, and it looks like that also might be the 5th foul on somebody for Martinsburg, and it looks like it will be Irving, so she's fouled out now, finishing with 2 points on the night.
Underwood will come in for her, but again, Petersburg's heading back to the line. I don't know how many misses they got in this fourth quarter from the line, but it feels like they've had some opportunities to make it a little bit closer and haven't converted there. They miss again. It's 2 shots.
So that's the 7th that they've missed in the game.
Okay. So, I mean, technically the difference, you're not going to make all of them, but you'd like to knock down more.
Second one by Kowal is good, making it 38-33. Martin, Santa Maria in the backcourt, back to Martin. Still in the backcourt, back to Santa Maria, and they finally get it to Underwood, and it's deflected out of bounds by Petersburg. 40.2 seconds left.
Petersburg had a little bit of a press early, and they kind of went away from it. I think if they would have kept it, they could have possibly pulled this one off.
Santa Maria in the backcourt now brings it across midcourt. Petersburg not fouling, clock winding down, and they finally foul. Clock stopping with 32.7 seconds as 8 seconds went off the clock there before a foul.
Yeah, you got to foul if you don't get a steal off the inbound at this point in the game in high school with no shot clock, down by 5.
That was only the 3rd team foul, so they have 2 more to get Martinsburg the free throws as Santa Maria gets it in the backcourt. Tawney just guarding her now closely, and she loses her dribble, getting it to Ritchie. Ritchie throws it to Bradley. Bradley losing it, finds Underwood, and her shot is good. Underwood now has 6 points, and that should be the dagger for Martinsburg. 40-33, they lead now with 10 seconds left. The fourth quarter, Petersburg bounce passing it to Tawney. Tawney drives the lane. Her layup is good, and a timeout will be called at 40-35 with 5.8 seconds left, but it seems like it's too little, too late for Petersburg. Martinsburg, unless something crazy happens in the final 5.8 seconds, should come away with its first win of the night, no matter how ugly it has been.
I mean, I'm always pro extending the game if you're within 5-6 points, so you got to foul right away there. I don't know why you would let them dribble it around for so long, and then eventually Martinsburg gets an easy layup. Like, it just didn't really make sense to me why they weren't fouling if they didn't get a steal right away. I guess the only reason why is Petersburg doesn't have that many players on their roster. So that hurts you too when you only have 9 girls, and then you lost one, I believe, so you only have 8. I guess you kind of run out of options to play the foul game down the stretch, but you know, they have a whole JV team. I don't know why you wouldn't carry 10 to 12, at least 12 girls on the dress.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have anybody in foul trouble from what I have written down. So.
Right, but if you're going to play the foul game late, you can't really do that if you don't have a full bench. So, I don't know. That doesn't – I'm not the coach, so I'm not trying to question it completely.
You also got to remember it's also a smaller school.
Right, but they have a full JV.
Yes, they do.
So it's not like they don't have a JV team.
5.8 seconds, the inbound, Santa Maria. Santa Maria will be fouled, stopping the clock with 4.3 seconds left. That's only the 4th foul, though, in this quarter, so it'll be an inbound for Martinsburg again here to kind of waste some more time.
I mean, now they're fouling with 4 seconds, so you're probably out of it at this point unless you get a steal and get real lucky.
Or a 5-second violation, but the pass almost stolen. Ritchie will be fouled, and that stops the clock with 2.1 seconds. So, yeah, the game really out of reach now as Ritchie goes to the free throw line and can add on to her total tonight, which is 12, leading the way for Martinsburg. As Martinsburg leads 40-35 over Petersburg. Waiting for everybody to get into the lane here and set up for the free throws. The senior Serenity Ritchie 1 for 2 already from the free throw line. First free throw up, off the back of the rim and no good. So, gets the ball for a second free throw now. Richie's second free throw is up, and that one is good. So she has 13 points now, making it 41-35 as Alt puts up a final shot. It misses, and that's the ball game. Martinsburg gets the win over Petersburg, 41-35, and we'll step aside, take a 2-minute break, and then be back for our post-game show. This is West Virginia High School Girls Basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Hi, I'm Lori.
And I'm Dave. It's hard to believe, but Bechtel Jewelers is going out of business. Before we close, you can save up to 80% off our entire inventory of gold, diamonds, watches, even unique estate jewelry.
Everything in our inventory must go. And now we've taken deeper discounts store-wide. So help Santa out early this year and visit Bechtel Jewelers before it's too late.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm your new bangs, and you can't stop staring at me. That's it. Just tilt the rearview mirror over here. And while you're checking me out more times than a library book, your car is wandering into that lane over there. More bangs? Neat. And if you've got cut rate insurance, you could be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate.
Call Martinsburg Allstate agent Gary Kelly today at 304-263-4596.
Petersburg 35, the final score. So the Lady Bulldogs get their first win of the season. Petersburg falls to 2-3 as your post-game show. Brought to you by the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg with a full lunch and dinner menu, daily specials, and a clean, comfortable atmosphere. Check out the menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page. Nick, just quickly, kind of give us your thoughts about tonight's action.
I thought it was a pretty, like we said throughout, kind of a sloppy game on both sides. Both teams seemed to struggle with the press a little bit. But Martinsburg pulled it out ultimately. So I think if you're a Bulldog fan or player or coach, you're happy with it. You got your first win this season. That's always the most important thing. You know, how do you build on this? I think, again, probably shot selection, turnovers, some things that you can probably work on. But there's clear that they have talent. I think both teams have some talent. You saw some little spurts of action where the teams looked pretty good, but there was also some long stretches where the teams really struggled to put things together offensively. So you end up winning 41-35 against a smaller school, but hey, it's a Petersburg team that clearly has some fight in them. And I thought they battled really hard here tonight. Just came up a little bit short, but I'm interested to see how this team in Martinsburg, how they play in EPAC, because we really have so much unknown. So where does this game, and just overall, where do they kind of compare to some of these other teams at this point? You have another chance. We'll see them again next week against Broadfording. That should, again, be a game where you build some things, you play a little bit better, you should have a good chance to win. How do you progress from this one to that one? And they're 1-1 now, so we'll see where they go from here.
Let's now get tonight's game stats brought to you by Bechtel Jewelers, West Virginia's largest Pandora retailer on Route 11 south of Inwood. Taking care of you like nobody's business. We'll start with the Petersburg Vikings, as leading the way for them was Colaw with 8 points. Alt had 7 points. Wetzel had 6 points along with Tawney. Shriver and Tingler had 3 points each. And then Kitzmiller had 2 points. For Petersburg, 8 of 15 from the free throw line tonight. Looks like only one three-pointer that I can see as well for them from Kolaw. For Martinsburg, their leading scorer was Ritchie, ending with 13 points. Santa Maria had 10 points, and Underwood with 6 points. Bradley with 5 points, all coming in that first half. Green with 3 points, Martin with 2 points, Irving with 2 points. Martinsburg, 4 three-pointers tonight for them, but from the free throw line, 5 of 14.
Yeah, and yes, they made 4 threes. I don't know what they would have shot, though, if you counted the total.
Yeah, I don't count misses. I only count made. Be a lot of dots in my scorecard if I counted misses as well.
So, you know, I think they had, again, some bright spots throughout the game, but a little bit more consistency on offense, too. You know, Serenity, she had a great first half, but kind of faded away in that second half, and then she came up big down the stretch. But you'd like to see a little bit more consistency, I think.
Let's now get into tonight's awards before we wrap things up and start off with tonight's rejection of the game, brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street, Martinsburg. Family-owned, offering superior customer service. Great pricing for a job done by experienced certified technicians. Call 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page.
I think it was Wetzel toward the end had one. On this end, it was a good hustle play in the fourth quarter that I think would be my rejection of the game. It was either Wetzel or Alt. I don't remember exactly. I should have wrote it down, but I didn't bring anything to write with. So
you were also running camera.
Yeah,
so
that'd be a little difficult to
down.
write and run camera at the same time.
Unless you write it on the camera, but then people can't see because your notes are covering the lens.
Right, and then Mike would be probably mad about that.
Yeah,
so
probably.
I think it was Wetzel who had the hustle play toward the end that I liked for my rejection of the game.
All right, how about our moment of the game, brought to you by WVU Medicine, Berkeley Medical Center, and Jefferson Medical Center, leading healthcare here and everywhere.
I'm going to go with one of the shots toward the end. I think Underwood hit one toward the end, and that kind of felt like
two?
Yeah.
Or the one after that?
The one in the fourth quarter.
Okay.
That she scored that kind of.
in the third.
I think it's just a layup, but it kind of put the game away.
Yeah, you're right. I remember that one now.
So that would be my choice for kind of the moment of the game.
Yeah. All right, our player of the game, brought to you by Kelly Allstate Insurance. For all of your insurance needs, call Gary Kelly at 304-263-4596 or stop by 724 Lakeview Drive in Martinsburg.
I'm going to go Serenity Ritchie. I thought she could have had a better game because of how she started, and she was really aggressive early on and was doing a lot of great things, but she closed pretty strong too. So I thought she had a great start, great finish, and ended up being the leading scorer here tonight.
All right, that wraps things up here from the Martinsburg Fieldhouse and wrap things up for this week of basketball coverage. Final score, Martinsburg 41, Petersburg 35. Martinsburg gets its first win of the year, improving to 1-1. Petersburg falls to 2-3. For Dylan Bishop, as well as Nick Verzolini, I'm Colin McLaughlin. Signing off, this has been West Virginia High School Girls Basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
The W.B. Rockefeller Neuroscience Institute Martinsburg clinics will be moving to a new location beginning January 9th. Our RNI team is moving to a larger custom-designed suite on the 3rd floor of the Spring Mills Medical Office Building at 61 Campus Drive. Teams that will be moving include physical medicine and rehabilitation, neurosurgery, and neurology. We look forward to welcoming new patients at our new location on January 9th. For more info, call 304-596-5038.
Hi, I'm Lori.
And I'm Dave. It's hard to believe, but Bechtel Jewelers is going out of business. Before we close, you can save up to 80% off our entire inventory of gold, diamonds, watches, even unique estate jewelry.
Everything in our inventory must go. And now we've taken deeper discounts store-wide. So help Santa out early this year and visit Bechtel Jewelers before it's too late.
Have you been smoking? I can smell it. Hickory.
I'm gonna watch you smoke the whole pack. Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
Have you been smoking? I can smell it. Hickory.
I'm gonna watch you smoke the whole pack. Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
Welcome into the And One post-game scoreboard show here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10 following a victory for the Martinsburg Bulldogs in girls basketball over the Petersburg Vikings 41-35. Let's get into some scores from around the rest of the college basketball world. In women's college basketball, top 25 action. 3.5 minutes left in the third quarter for Marquette and Creighton. They're tied at 50. Another game in the top 25 going on so far. Texas just tipping off against Arizona. Number 5 Texas on the road against the Wildcats, winning 4-2. Just a minute and a half into that one. And earlier today, number 18 Louisville with a 74-48 win over Morehead State. Take a look at some scores from top 25 on the men's side of college basketball. Just a couple of games going on that side as well. Northwestern trailing, number 25 Northwestern, trailing Chicago State with 16-13 left in the game, 45-38. Final from FAU against FIU, 94-60 victory for number 15 FAU. Just recently tipping off number 8 Creighton against UNLV. It's 9-8 there, just 3.5 minutes into that one. And then BYU facing Denver University, winning 12-8 with 13:32 left in the first half. Let's get some scores from around the NBA. Currently with 4:09 left in the game, the Pelicans lead the Wizards 136-108. 4:40 left in Detroit. The Pistons are going to drop another one, trailing the 76ers 120-94. Pistons have not won a game since the World Series was still ongoing. Miami leading the Hornets 78-64, 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Raptors beating the Hawks 94-86 with 3:33 left in the third. Rockets up 57-43 at halftime against the Grizzlies. 3 minutes left until halftime. In Milwaukee, the Bucks lead 64-53 against the Pacers. And halftime in San Antonio, the Lakers beating the Spurs 63-50. And the Nets and Suns just tipping off in Phoenix. Knicks and Jazz just tipping off in Salt Lake City. So that's your And One post-game scoreboard show here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Again, following a Martinsburg victory in girls basketball, 41-35 over the Petersburg Vikings. This has been Dylan Bishop for Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Hoping you have a good rest of your Wednesday evening.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School Basketball. Today's game has been brought to you by
Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Rocks, the Dutch Miller Auto Group, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, the Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, Brown's Funeral Homes and Cremations, CMA Honda, Craig Blair for State Senate, Orsini's Home Store, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Berkeley County Health Department, Hagerstown Ford, Smallwood and Small Insurance, Modern Realty Results, Ollie's, The Palace Lounge, Bechtel Jewelers, Cody's Auto Body, WVU Medicine, Gary Kelly Allstate Insurance, and the Mountaineer Grill and Pub.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and NBA basketball, keep it tuned to Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. All rights reserved.